enjoyed. Here over some more Dragon Ball Fighters. Probably the last Dragon Ball Fighters video, and then I'm going to break it up with some other games. But I've been really enjoying this game, which is good because I haven't been enjoying fighting games lately because it's been very dry. Obviously, it won't be dry. I would say in April, the dryness for fighting games is over, and it's not going to end. Like we're about to go into like the craziest patch of fighting games ever. If you don't know, in April the Guiltygear character comes out, right? And then in May the next Guiltygear character comes out. So it's only a 1 month wait, right? Combine that with the fact that there's going to be a Guiltygear balance patch as well as new colors, right? So pretty decent amount of content. Then after May, right, it's going to be June. Street Fighter 6 is coming out, right? Then, you know, from June to September to November, that area, I would say probably November or October, Mortal Kombat 12 is going to come out, right? So we're going to have Street Fighter. By the way, if you're a NetherRealm hater, I'm sorry, but like, it couldn't be me. Yeah, I absolutely despise Mortal Kombat 11. It's one of the most boring games I've ever played. But Mortal Kombat 10 is... When I look back at fighting games that I really enjoyed from the PS4 generation, it's always Dragon Ball Fighters, Mortal Kombat 10, and probably Guilty Gear Rev 2, right? Those are always the fighting games that I think about. And Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, but that's a little bit of a sleeper, and I don't play that game as much anymore. But yeah, Mortal Kombat 10 is definitely one of those legendary games. Let's just hope they can do it again, right? Because it's very obvious they didn't do it again with MK11. Now, and here's the thing: we're going through a phase where every fighting game copies Street Fighter. Okay, let's get that out. Let's just make that obvious. Every fighting game copies Street Fighter. Here's what I mean, right? Street Fighter 4 comes out. Great game. You know, lots of nice offense, defense. You know, lots of offense, lots of crazy combos. Mortal Kombat 9 comes out, right? Perfect game. Perfect, literally perfect game. Great combos, you know. It's a crazy game. Just like Street Fighter 4. And this, when I say fighting games copy Street Fighter, you're gonna see what I mean. Because notice how Street Fighter 5 comes out, one of the most popular fighting games. However, it is so much slower than Street Fighter 4. It is like, it's not nowhere near as crazy. The next fighting game after that was Mortal Kombat 11, Grand Blue, even Guiltygearstrive took that approach. And they're all slower than their previous games. I mean, Grand Blue is the first game, right? And they're all, you know, really centered around throws and footsies. But then here we are in the new age, right? Street Fighter 6 is coming out. It has more combos, more mechanics, and more moves than any Street Fighter game. Tekken 8 is coming out. It has more moves, more combos, and more mechanics than any Tekken game, right? Project L is coming out. It's looking like it's going to be one of the most unique versus games. So, if that's the case, even Grand Blue, one of the most stale-bred fighting games ever, I'm sorry if you like Grand Blue, but that's just the way it is getting a new version that makes it crazier. So, how can all these games be getting crazier than they've ever been, and Mortal Kombat 12 is going to sit here and keep the same direction they were going with MK11? I just see it impossible. And if it does happen, I would say it's safe to say that the Mortal Kombat 11 players would stay and the casual players would stay, but the rest of the fighting game community is just probably going to skip it. That's just the way it is. Mortal Kombat already has enough hate, even when it was a really good game. So yeah, but yeah, we're gonna like I said, here, if you are like me and you play everything fighting game related, we got Guilty Gear in like 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, Guilty Gear character. A month after that, another Guilty Gear character with a balance patch, you know, colors, all that. Literally, it might not even be a month after that. It might be 1 to 2 weeks after the final Guilty Gear character. Street Fighter 6 will be out. I don't know the schedule for DLC characters in Street Fighter 6, but here's what I will say. It is safe to say that they are already working on the DLC characters for Street Fighter 6. I'm willing to bet that the first DLC character will come out 1 month after the game is out. That's what I'm willing to bet. So, did they reveal the season pass? Did they reveal how many characters were in the season pass? Huh. Well, I'm going to say it's 5 or 6 characters, and I truly believe that if it is 5 characters, I believe all 5 characters will be out before February 2024. I believe that. I believe the full season of characters will be out before February or like around March. I do believe that. I believe we're going to get a really content-packed season. But you know, they could take their time and stretch it out to June, which would suck. But that's not a bad pace either. If it's 6 characters, that's a character every 2 months. A little slow, but it is kind of the standard, anyways. So unfortunate, but yeah. Then we're gonna get Mortal Kombat 12. Like, you got to think about that. Season 1 of Street Fighter 6 is not even going to be over, and we're going to have a new Mortal Kombat game. Right? Then Season 1 of Street Fighter 6 and Season 1 of Mortal Kombat is not even going to be over, and we're going to get a new Tekken game. Unless Tekken gets delayed or something, we're all assuming it to come out within the first 4 months of next year. And then after that, I think Project L is coming out September 2024 to January 2025. I do believe that. I do believe Project L will be playable next year, or the beginning of next year. Now, here's the crazy thing with me saying that. That doesn't seem like a super long way away, but you got to remember, 2025, Tekken would be ending Season 1. 2025, Street Fighter 6 will be in the middle of Season 2, probably. And believe it or not, the PS5's time will be approaching. It'll be the end of the PS5 by 2025. I think by 2027, the PS6 is going to be out. We're already going to be done the generation. 2026, 2027, the PS6 will be out. And Project L would be, you know, only 2 years old at that point, which is not that long. I mean, DragonBallfighterz is 5 years old, and it feels like it came out last year, to be honest. So it's just crazy to think that the PS5 flew by so quickly. It felt like the PS4 was around for literal eons, and then the PS5 will be gone, you know, in Tekken Season 2 or 3 or something, it'll be already gone. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Which it definitely has me worried, because with these schedules, if we follow the season pass thing from Tekken 7 and Street Fighter 5, we might not have a new Street Fighter or Tekken game until like 2 years into the PlayStation 6, right? You gotta remember, this Street Fighter game and this Tekken game are gonna last the rest of the PS5, right? I feel like people don't realize that. This is the one Tekken game you're getting for the PS5, and this is the one Street Fighter game you're getting for the PS5. That's it. You're not getting another one. The next one will be on the PS5, but it will also be on the PS6, right? You're not getting another one. And I feel like people don't realize that. I mean, Street Fighter V was on the PS4, and that was it. I mean, Street Fighter 6 is also on the PS4, but obviously it's really targeting PS5, but it's on PS4 as well. But it's really, you know, designed for PS5. You know, it's a new gen game. And Tekken 8 is only on the PS5. And you gotta really realize that this isn't a yearly game. This is a once per generation. So yeah, I mean, that'll be it. A lot of people don't realize that. That doesn't really apply to NetherRealm. NetherRealm is kind of... NetherRealm normally is quick with their stuff, but I mean, then again, it's been 4 years with nothing. Normally they only go 2 years. Normally they release something new every 2 years, but like I said, it's been 4 years, so... Maybe they're changing that. Maybe they're going to take their time. Yeah. This is it. People don't realize, if you don't like this next Tekken and if you don't like this next Street Fighter, that sucks, because that's what you're stuck with until the PS6. So you better start saving up already. And you guys don't have one, because a lot of people complain that they don't have a PS5, and yes, it was tough to get a PS5. Although I got my PS5 during the drought, and I wasn't up at like 4 a.m. with AI, you know, auto buying the PS5 for me. I bought it like a normal human, with relative ease. It took me about 3 months to get one. I was looking, you know, like once a day or once every other day, but eventually I got one. Wasn't that hard. I got invited by Sony to buy one. And here's the thing, a lot of people say you just got lucky. No, because they invited me twice, right? If you really wanted one and you went on the waiting list, you would have gotten one. Like I said, they invited me twice in a 6-month span. They invited me twice. I didn't have the money for the first one, so I passed it up. But the second one I did, so I just bought it. Simple as that, you know. If you don't have the money, obviously that's understandable. But if you can't afford a PS5, and you do have a PS4, sell the PS4, right? You know, upload your save data to the cloud, sell the PS4. You can play all the games on the PS5. And if you do that and you still can't afford a PS5, then, to be honest, you probably shouldn't be playing games. Like, that might sound a little, like, rough, but it's not like it's... If you have a PS5 and not or if you have an iPhone and not a PS5 and you're complaining that you can't get a PS5, there's the problem right there. I mean, an iPhone is literally double the price of a PS5. And you can get the digital PS5. I have the disc PS5, and I haven't played a single disc on it. And I've had it for 2 years. So, yeah. And the reason I say that is because I believe Tekken 5 looks better than Street Fighter 6, and that's because Tekken 5 is PS5 only. And I believe the PS4 is really holding Street Fighter 6 back visually, although it is still the best looking Street Fighter game, to be fair. Maybe besides Thirdstrike. But yeah. You know, anyways, you know, like, subscribe, and I don't know if I'm going to have something tomorrow, but we'll see. Yeah. Peace.